she's a contralto and she just did that. My jaw doesn't work anymore. Today we'll be reacting to Jazmine Sullivan, one of my favorite vocalists, performing the American National Anthem. But before we start, this is a reaction video. It's a commentary video, so I'm gonna pause and provide some commentary along the way, but I'll of course link the full performance below so that you can check it out without me disturbing you. But you clicked reaction, so here we are.
Please stand and remove your hats.
I'm sitting.
Veterans, please salute. You're invited to join two-time Grammy Award-winning recording artist.
Love that voice.
And Philly's very own Jazmine Sullivan as she sings our national anthem.
Love that outfit as well. Check out the key.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Already, just, I have to mention that tone. I love it. Immediately when she starts singing, it's like, I'm melting. And you know, I love to talk about vibrato. I have a whole video on it, but she does the suspense thing where she adds suspense by holding the note straight before she lets it go into the vibrato, sort of releases it. See? And I love her melody changes, like her improvisations, her ear, like her musicality.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we held,
Clean.
at the twilight's last gleaming.
She also uses the vibrato for the rhythmical part. You know how you can use your vibrato to do the subdivisions of a song. So basically, you know, this is a cappella. There's no instrumentations. There's no beat there. But she's so, like, the way she uses her vibrato is so proficient that she does the subdivisions with the vibrato. So it's sort of counting still, you know. You can sort of count the bars by listening to her vibrato. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but I love a singer who can control their vibrato and change it up to add not only like dynamic or variation to a song, but also add to the rhythmical aspect of it.
At the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched.
Beautiful glissando there too. You know, when glissando is when you go from one pitch to another, but instead of going you know. And she did beautiful glissando. Let's listen. Let's see.
I'm
gonna show you what I mean.
O'er the ramparts we watched,
that clean run.
So gallantly streaming.
Is there anyone who can beat that tone? Jazmine's tone is just, it's so dark and so full. It's so smooth. And when she hits those really deep notes too, that it's connected, you know? It's not like, she doesn't have to add a lot of breath on there. She's a contralto, which means she's, you know, you have soprano, alto, and contralto. So she's even lower than an alto. We know she can also hit some high notes. So it's not about that. It's just more where she usually sings and where her regular, like, comfortable mid-register is. It's lower than a typical alto. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm Norwegian, so do you say alto? Anyway, we say alt.
We watched were so gallantly streaming.
Her diction too is on point.
And the rockets red glide, the bombs burst
That's what I mean. Like, that's a high note, you know? And I just said that she's a contralto, but you know, she's got range. She's got range. She can go up there as well. Can she like whistle and stuff? Because to me, she's a virtuoso. So I believe she can do anything. But I've mostly listened to her in, you know, the lower register. And one technical thing, when she belts, notice that she tilts her head slightly backwards. That's a nice little trick when you're belting. Not like exaggerated, because then you won't. I don't know if you've heard that story where a train crashed and the passengers were all sitting like this, and one person went and tilted all their heads up like this, so they were sitting like this instead. He just went and did that for all the passengers that were unconscious, and that saved so many lives. And that's because, you know, obviously you have freer airflow, and that helps with the belt as well. But be aware if you try to do this, be aware that you're not tilting too far, for one, or doing it by sort of, you think you're tilting, but what you're doing is pushing your jaw forward. Don't do that, because that's draining. So you have to be careful and still allow your jaw to very nice position, right? So tilt it not too much, and your jaw is not supposed to do the job here. It's just a little head tilt to help with the belt. With the vibrato on. Yes.
That our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Yes.
O'er the land of the free. Yeah.
What was I saying? She can go up there. She can go up there. Like, she's a contralto, and she just did that. And she can control it too. Like, she did runs on there. It's not just like, okay, I can reach the note. She can control it and shape it and do the dynamic. And I mean, she is everything. She's one of the best vocalists we have. And this was the show. You can go home now, you know? Good job. I would come here for this. No disrespect to baseball. No disrespect to sports. But like, I would come here to see her, and I would probably leave teary-eyed, like, and not watch when I was walking across the road and get hit. You know, I would die happy. Let's listen to those high notes again, and I promise not to stop. Let's hear the whole thing.
O'er the land of the free.
Yes.
And the home of the
Wow. Her musicality. I'm sorry, I said I wasn't going to stop, but I had to stop for that because her musicality. We have to listen to that again, sorry. That run was so beautiful. You're going to hear a whole orchestral arrangement on what she did there. You know what I mean? Like the way, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful showcase of her musicality. That melody change, exquisite. That is, people can do runs. You know, people can listen to runs. They can copy the runs that they hear and do those. But when you hear a singer who, you know, you can tell that they know their scales, they know their chords, they know the arrangements, they have a musical ear. They can change things up like she did here. She rearranged the melody. Like, it was beautiful. If you had listened to that, like with a choir, you would have gone like, whoa, so good. She's so underrated. I mean, I know she's famous, but she's everything. All right, let's get the whole ending now. I won't stop.
O'er the land of the free.
gospel.
Honoring America, Jazmine.
Wow.
Honoring America. America should honor her. Those are some of the best vocals we have. You know, she is so good. And the way she can start on a high note, on a vowel, so she doesn't have the help of like a consonant to sort of, for the onset, she has to start on a vowel. She does it so soft, like there's no, you don't hear the glottal attack. It's not like, you know, it's, But even in the higher parts of her register, and again, she's a contralto. She normally, you know, her comfy little place is what she did in the beginning. And she went up and did the high, like, head voice notes there too, with the runs on it. And you can still hear that she can still control her dynamic and her vibrato and everything up there. And that's impressive, because usually when you're on sort of an extreme end, either end of your register, you lose some of your control and agility a bit, and, you know, your ability to do to control your vibrato. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. My jaw doesn't work anymore because I had to pick it up from the floor. One of the greatest vocalists, one of my very favorites. If you're still watching, leave an eagle, because, you know, America, and because she soared like an eagle on those notes. I don't know. I really appreciate you watching till the end. It really helps me out. Also, when you comment, that, you know, it's good. So like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Now